YouTube, and in today's video we were reacting to an old Meezy video, Beezy, however you say it, bro. Basically, if you have been sleeping under a rock, you don't know that one of the most racist streamers known to man. I don't even know the bro's name, man, and I don't want to say it. They're going to say it enough in this video, and he don't need publicity, bro. He's hopefully going to jail for a long time, bro. So, without further ado, let's get into it. Make sure you hit the like button and the sub button, but let's get into it, baby. Hey! World's most racist streamer just called an L in court. Let's get into it.
After an insanely long day at court, us Chud The Builder haters got
L
great
racism,
news.
Man.
And by great news, I do mean
Racism
great
is
news.
such
Today was the day that he was supposed to hear
ignorance.
a verdict about his bond from a shooting that took place outside of a Tennessee courthouse just last week.
Social media personality known as Chud The Builder is now back in court today up in Clarksville.
Dalton Etherly is facing several felony charges after a shooting outside the Montgomery County Courthouse last week. News Maggie Weaver is live this morning with what we can expect to happen in today's bond hearing. Maggie, you were there for last week's hearing as well. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning, Mark and Nicole. That's right. I was here whenever Chud The Builder, Dalton Etherly, was walked into that courtroom. Now, today's hearing is expected to focus on whether Etherly will continue to be jailed under that estimated $1.25 million bond, or if a judge could change those conditions. Now, investigators do say that Etherly, known online as Chud The Builder, was involved in a shooting outside the Montgomery County Courthouse here last Wednesday. Authorities say both Etherly and another man were shot during this incident and taken for medical treatment. Now, court records do show that Etherly had been at the courthouse earlier that day for a separate civil debt appearance. Etherly is now charged with attempted criminal homicide, employing a firearm during a dangerous felony, aggravated assault, and reckless endangerment. Now, at his first court appearance last week, a judge cited the seriousness of these charges, public safety concerns, and the fact that the shooting happened outside a courthouse when setting that temporary bond amount.
And I'm here to tell you that that bond remains over $1 million, and there is still more good news left to come for us Chud haters. But this is the victory. And it's only gonna get better. If you're new to this and you haven't already, please hit that subscribe button. It's gonna go a long way for the channel. Stick in with me as I give you the Chud The Builder updates, even live from the courthouse. This is gonna be a great time. Now, back into the video. There was so much that was unearthed from this Chud The Builder courthouse situation today at the bond hearing
went to the courthouse?
I really don't even know where to begin. But I
W.
think the biggest news, the news that everybody was waiting to hear back from, was if this $1.25 million bond that was set after the incident in which he pew-pewed a man in quote-unquote self-defense outside of a Tennessee courthouse would stick, or if it would get reduced to any amount. Before we get into that though, I do want to let people know that the nonsense that was going on at the courthouse was insane. Chud The Builder has some of the most insane supporters that I've ever seen in my life. Twitter personalities that think that this is a claim on their free speech, ultimately losers going down to the courthouse and making a nuisance of themselves at a public hearing.
You're outside Chud The Builder's courthouse right now. The fate of the future of white civilization is here. Will we allow the court system to weaponize against us, to give us two?
Find this guy's at, bro. Find this guy's at and publicly shame him, bro. We should all, and I'm gonna get on the big camera to say this, bro. Look at me, bro. Look at me. Camera. Just pan to me. Bro. We should all, and I hope this reaches everybody as possible, and if you're watching this on Instagram, TikTok, or YouTube Shorts, share this so it can get to many people as possible, bro. Because this is becoming sick, bro. We are all equal, bro. What is so hard about some people not understanding that shit, bro? You don't have to, it doesn't have to be white people are higher, or black people are higher, or Mexican people are a lot higher, or Asian people are higher, bro. We're all together, bro. Just because, and I've seen this a lot happen on media, bro, too. Just because one person and he or she is that race, that doesn't mean the whole race is nuked, bro. Like, it's so ignorant, bro. Racism is ignorant. It's taught. I've been around many different races in my life, bro. Let me tell you, we're all human. We all do the same thing. We all have the same, you know, everything, bro. Like, we all bleed red, bro. Racism needs to stop, bro. It's 2026. Racism has got to stop, bro. It's getting old. Like, when are we gonna grow up, bro? It's childish, bro. So that's all I want to say about that, bro. We should all be treating each other equally. You can have pride in where you came from and stuff like that, bro. But once it becomes like hating on other people, bro, that's just not cool, bro. That's just never cool.
As heritage Americans, for Chud The Builder, who's been given a raw deal, he will wait in prison for the next few months until his court case, unless we bond him out.
I just got removed from Chud the Builder's court hearing, but I am here to say that it's probably safely a self-defense issue. The other guy, Joshua Fox, definitely attacked Chud the Builder, and it's going to be a clear-cut case of self-defense. He was right to defend himself. Josh Black was having a PTSD episode. He approached Chud first, and threatened his life.
These numbskulls and ignoramuses went down to the courthouse in an attempt to find out the same information that we're finding out from our homes. But while they were down there, they couldn't contain their dickheadery, so they decided to make themselves known in the court that they were there, they were proud to support Chud the Builder, etc., etc. So much so that they became a nuisance that they got kicked out of the courtroom. I mean, these guys couldn't be more jackasses than possible. And this is what I've been telling Chud the Builder.
Just ignorance,
all
bro.
of this
That's all it is.
support
It's
that
just
you're
ignorance.
getting is truly false support. These guys care more about their social media presence than anything, trying to get their numbers up, trying to get their weight up, all these different things. They're not concerned about your health, safety, and well-being for real. They want to capitalize off of you potentially facing 56 years in jail, but they're framing it as some sort of support. And you should be mad about that, because they don't really care about you. They just care about the nasty ass checks that they get off of Twitter. It's so hilariously funny that he thinks
It's
this
real,
is like
though.
real support, or this is the real support. Is these guys getting kicked out of this
speaking real,
courtroom.
though. That's
These
real-
guys
that's
didn't
real
even
shit,
make it
bro.
to
This
see the
content shit gets
results
evil.
of the bond review hearing. And we did get the results. And the downside of today was that the bond was reduced from 1.25 million, but what it was reduced to was still $1 million. The bond was reduced to only $1 million. So something that Chud the Builder still can't seemingly afford. And I promise you that the news gets better. During this bond hearing, we got more information as to exactly what Chud the Builder did. And all these online gurus claiming that this was self-defense, that, you know, he was defending himself, are looking pretty shaky in the light. It's getting pretty scary for them because the details expose how reckless Chud the Builder was in his attempt to go viral for social media. Just to remind you of the charges, Dalton Levi Eartherly,
Attempted murder,
whatever his
bruh.
last name is,
Jesus
aka
Christ.
Chud the Builder, is charged with attempted criminal homicide, employing a firearm during the commission of a dangerous felony, aggravated assault, and a reckless endangerment with a deadly weapon. During this court proceeding, they revealed that there were multiple, and I do mean multiple, security surveillance cameras capturing the entire situation. 12 to be exact. And what those 12 cameras captured is shocking. During Thursday's hearing, Montgomery County Sheriff's Office investigators testified that video surveillance camera documented the confrontation. At about 1:15 p.m., Eartherly approached Fox, who was at court that day for a child support hearing. Eartherly had a selfie stick in his right hand, which we kind of knew already. But that does contradict Chud's statement saying
Sorry, I'm
that
not
he was
talking a lot, bro.
approached
Bro's
by
making a
Fox,
good video,
which
bro.
we
I'm
all knew was a
interested
lie
in the
because Chud the Builder doesn't roll like that. After the verbal altercation, Eartherly walked away. Fox then approached him. According to the arrest warrant obtained by Clarksville now, which was reiterated by investigators on Thursday, Eartherly then turned his body in a bladed stance and reached for a firearm in his jacket pocket. Thereafter, a physical altercation ensued, said the warrant. This is where Chud the Builder messes up, because he claims as though he was attacked first and then he reached for his firearm. But the testifiers of what's going on based off of security camera footage are claiming that Chud the Builder was the first person to reach and the first person to approach, meaning that the self-defense argument is withering away faster than ever. He lands himself in even more hot water though with the following updates about the situation. I'm telling y'all, this shit was crazy today. Eartherly told investigators he was not reaching for a gun, but for mace. Investigators did not find any pepper spray on
Oh my
Earthly's body,
God.
in his truck, or in his house. Now, I think Chud the Builder thought he could get away with this because he is notorious for having mace on his person. We've seen him threaten to mace somebody before. We've even seen him pull out said mace and spray somebody with mace on the streets of Tennessee. But this time he didn't have it on. Somebody who is claiming to be acting in self-defense wouldn't just outright lie like this. The
Because
only
what he's
reason why Chud
doing
the Builder-
basically is he's just antagonizing the fuck out of somebody, and then when they actually do something and they come up to him and like, you know, actually do something about it, then he starts, you know, pulling out
or
mace
anybody
and
claiming self-defense
guns. And
would lie is if there wasn't
he's
any
trying
truth
to
what
get
they were saying.
somebody
Now, this
to
is where the
attack
claims
him.
of Chud the Builder being reckless really come into play. The document states they said Eartherly fired several shots, and they found 7 shell casings at the scene, all from the same gun. Fox was shot in the torso and arm, and paramedics said he had internal bleeding. He was not in court Thursday. Eartherly also suffered a gunshot wound, apparently shooting himself in the arm. Several shots, only landing a couple, not only means that he had bad aim. Chud, come on now, buddy. For somebody who pops all that shit about what you would do to somebody, it seems like you have bad aim. But this also indicates how dangerous he would be in a public setting. And I think that this aids to the fact that he did not get his bond reduced or is looking like he's going to be walking out of jail anytime soon. Not only did he release a gun in a public setting, but he released it recklessly several times. Not all of them hitting Fox in the arm. That's beyond dangerous. Where Chud the Builder is really going to get hit over the head, though, is that they're going to continue to do a deeper dive than even what they did today. But what they found today was super duper damning. It goes on to read, investigators searched Earthly's truck and his house. They found an airline ticket to Istanbul dated for May 22nd departure. They also found body armor, a bulletproof vest, a rifle, a shotgun, ammunition, and a suspected bag of marijuana. They also recovered Earthly's electronic devices for evidence.
What do you mean, suspected bag of marijuana? You would know if that shit's marijuana or not. What do you mean? Suspected bag of marijuana. Yeah. Yeah, like it's some other green fucking plant in there. It's rosemary, bro. Like, what?
He mentioned several racially inflammatory videos and social media comments he had posted leading up to the shoot. Now, in a vacuum, some of those things would be okay. Some people take a little toke of the ganja. And here in the South, like, it's not the craziest thing for somebody to have body armor, a bulletproof vest, a rifle, ammunition. Those things are par for the course and really like a mainstay in Southern culture. No different than having like your socks, shoes, keys, and wallet. Southern men have guns, but the evidence piles up. I'm pretty sure they saw those tweets because they did mention social media comments where he said, at least allegedly, that this would end with a dead chimp on the pavement. And so now all these things are compounding factors as to how they are going to proceed with Chud the Builder. And this could actually end up being more social media chimp on the pavement.
You know how deranged you have to be to comment some shit like this on Twitter? Bruh. I'm not even gonna repeat that, bro.
All these things are compounding factors
telling you,
as
these
to
people
how
are
they are
sick in
going
the
to
fucking head,
proceed
dude.
with Chud the Builder. And this could actually end up being more charges than he's already initially facing. This could end up much worse for Chud the Builder, in fact. Now, if Chud the Builder thought that they were infringing on his rights of free speech with saying that he can't say the hard R N-word in public, then boy, oh boy, if he were to make bail, the government would be infringing on his rights even harder. The last part of this document states, Judge Poland set a bond at $1 million and said that if Earthly makes bond, he will have to wear a GPS monitor, must relinquish all weapons and firearms, and will be under a gag order with no interviews or social media activity about the incident. The gag order also applies to all witnesses in the case. Poland also said that the passport application process would be stopped and rescinded if it has been issued. Yeah, they pretty much got Chud the Builder strapped down, tied down.
Yeah.
If he were even to make bail,
nothing.
he couldn't go anywhere, say anything, or do his normal social media stick or gimmick. After all of that, it still got worse for Chud the Builder at the court hearing. Now, I know what people are probably thinking, well, Omar, he still can raise that money. Like, you know, these racist supporters that he has, these free speech proponents can still put those funds together and get to $1 million. We've seen it happen time and time again. This is probably arguably the best part for us Chud the Builder haters, but for everybody else that is a supporter, it's gotta sting. Those people that donated all that money to that Give, Send, Go, yeah, the judge made a ruling, allegedly, that no matter what funds Chud the Builder raises on Give, Send, Go, they will be blocked from being used for his bail. Won't he do it? In all seriousness, though, with multiple shots being
the judge
fired,
is trying to make sure he doesn't win
and
this.
Video surveillance footage of Chud the Builder approaching this guy first, with the record of what Chud the Builder normally does on social media, the case is not
trying to play devil's advocate. Couldn't he just send it somewhere else? Or does that mean in all funds? Because he said, yeah, I'm trying to be legalese about this, bro. He said funds from a specific. It could come from somewhere else, though.
It seems as though the attempt of being social media famous, going viral, that Chud the Builder did, will cost him an extended amount of time. 56 years is an egregious amount of time. It's all because he wanted to be stupid. He wanted to fuck around, and he is finding out in real time. He can't even tap into the money that he has from his supporters because he was so stupid and careless and reckless about the way that he was going about life. I keep putting quotation marks around supporters because I think, if anything, these people are making
his name is Chud the Builder,
too, bro.
Like, are we serious?
Or him being, you know, not a threat to public safety. No,
he's a threat for that name.
They're tanking any sorts of goodwill that he had in the atmosphere, if he had any. Chud the Builder has hired somebody to be a representative for him in the public eye. And that representative is no different than Chud the Builder. But the problem is that his own life is not on the line. His own freedom is not on the line. So he is doing things that are jeopardizing Chud the Builder's freedom in this world, to the tune of he is going at a commissioner, a city official of Tennessee, as he spoke out against Chud the Builder. The city official, David Shelton, said, racism is evil, racism is vile, racism is utterly stupid. The reason racism is so astronomically stupid is simple. As Illinois Governor Pritzker said a few years ago, you can always tell an idiot by their cruelty. And cruelty is exactly what a coward like Dalton Etherly, aka Chud the Builder, employs in his frequent attempts to incite violence by saying the most idiotic and racist things possible around black people. And yesterday, a fight broke out between the stupidest man in Clarksville and another man just outside the courthouse. Etherly shot the man during the scuffle and ended up shooting himself in the process. The victim was life flighted and is still fighting for his life. Last report I heard is that he is stable and I pray he recovers. Etherly though, whatever Chud's last name is, though, now sits in the Montgomery County Jail with multiple felonies. Stupid, idiotic, racist, and none of this should have gotten to this point. Frankly, I'm convinced we have been witnessing a mental collapse over the last few months as Etherly grew more bold with each passing day, even leading to charges being filed.
Because the problem is with like this type of content, when you do crazy shit like this, is it's just got to keep getting crazier. It's got to keep getting more and more crazy, bro. And like that's the problem, bro. It can only get so much crazy for it's damn near just we're off the trails. We're off the racks with it, bro.
So what I took away from this is that this town, Clarksville, Tennessee, is very aware of who Chud the Builder is, his MO, you know, what he stands for, the type of content that he puts out there. And this is bad for two reasons. One, it is going to be easy for any sort of prosecutor to put together a case about him. He's the talk of the town in the government. Everybody knows about him. Everybody is already aware. They've basically just been waiting for this moment to put this mountainous pile of evidence on him. And that's what I claimed in my last video where I talked about how he had gotten arrested and questioned by the FBI. They were already watching you, dude. You didn't move any carefuler with them watching you. That's the dumbest thing in the world. And then two, this is gonna be a trial by a jury of his peers. And this is where he's gonna mess up. There's no way to get some sort of impartial jury in this situation. They know about you. And the way that that city is set up, they have 23% black people and they have 53% white people. And I will say this, white people in the South, they do racism just a little bit differently. You can't be overtly racist. The hard R N-word is still a bad word, buddy. So I'm not gonna lie, he's gonna be cooked. He's gonna be cooked by a jury of his peers.
Yeah,
now,
South isn't as bad as people think it is, bro. It's just certain weird motherfuckers.
It was pretty just. I mean, he was right on. He did try to give Chud a little bit of excuse, but I didn't think that he went outlandish. But this is why I say Chud the Builder's supporters are making this case worse. Chud the Builder's own spokesperson took to the internet and found the mugshot photo of the city official, blasted it on Twitter, and painted him as a PDF file. Now, we can do our due diligence in our Google search and find out that he was arrested for contempt of court at a hearing. But it's nasty that Chud the Builder's, spokesperson is out here trying to paint this person as somebody who talks to minors. Now, this obviously can't go well in the eyes of the judge, the jury, and anybody else who has to make a decision about, what goes on in the court system. But all of this is an attempt to make Chud the Builder look better in court. That's dumb. That's dumb. I always say this when it comes to these sorts of court proceedings. We're not playing the game of court of public opinion. You're actually trying to win in real court. That's like trying to look good and cute and cool for all these other girls or women or whatever the case may be when you have a significant other that you're actually supposed to be trying to impress. It's stupid. It doesn't make any sense. And it's not going to get you the end result that you want, but really the end result that we want, because we'll be able to make videos about how dumb you are.
I'm going to leave the
so
link to this video in his channel in the comments.
On Twitter parading around as if they are getting win after win after win, manipulating facts, manipulating details about the story, and then grandstanding on Twitter thinking that, this is the way that they're going to support Chud the Builder. He's going to get out, all these different things like that. But again, this can't look good. Like, this cannot look good to anybody who has to.
It literally cannot be good, bro. He is going to jail, bro. There's no way he does not go to jail.
He didn't get the ability to use these funds to get out of jail from his Give, Send, Go. The worst part about these supporters is that you have a guy like Myron Gaines going on social media, parading around as if he is this supporter of Chud, even though Chud didn't really rock with him. But now he's the supporter of Chud, the supporter of free speech, and saying that, it's more so on the guy for attacking Chud. But we do have evidence that Myron Gaines himself would get upset if, somebody came up to him spewing words, contradicting his statements about Chud the Builder.
Talking about haram this, haram that. You're a kafir that. Murtad, all these other bitch ass shit that if they had told me this shit in person, I'll fucking punch them. Call me Murtad to my face, I'll fucking knock you out. Extremely disrespectful shit that they would never fucking say to me in person. ever, because they know that it would be a warrant to knock him out right then and there.
And it's saddest to say, these are the types
He
of
would
people
never
that
touch
Chud the
nobody,
Builder
bro. I
did
just want
this
that to be
for.
said,
He did this
man.
for these
Dude,
supporters
straight
of free
puss.
speech who can't even get their dollars and cents to him to get home, who go to the courthouse and really don't care to stay and listen and report the facts
W
of the
video,
news
bro.
and stuff like that. But are
W video, bro. Easy, bro. Great video per usual, bro. I'll say this, bro. After this video we just watched, if you're coming up in the content creation game, you may get views faster and it may go crazy, but it's not going crazy for the right way, bro. Don't do racist, weird, like weirdo activity ass content, bro. Just do normal content, exciting content, bro. Your content doesn't have to be going around and fucking with people. Like the POV shit, like it's funny, but it only goes so far where you gotta up it for now you're just being a dick. You know what I'm saying? Like I understand simple shit, but when you're just being a dick, I don't make a lot of sense, bro. It don't make a lot of sense. And like even I can get that, but like when you're spewing racism, like hate and shit like that, I get trying to be funny. You know, that I can see your thing on that. But just being an asshole or racist or anything for views, bro, it's a sad life. And I would not want to live it, bro. I would not want to live it. But if you enjoyed this video, make sure to hit the like button, hit the sub button. Comment number 7 if you watched the end so I know who the real ones are. It's been your boy Nick. I'm out, man. Peace.